Hi everyone, my name is Cassie. Today I'm doing a review of a book called Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, and it's a young adult fantasy book that I just finished reading. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and for me that book was a pretty interesting read, something definitely unique from most other books that I've been reading, but it hasn't been so amazing that would be worthy of 5 stars. I'm pretty stingy when it comes to giving out 5 stars to books. I feel like they have to be really mind-blowing for me to do that. But I thought this book was one of the better young adult books that I've read lately. The main characters in this book are Elias and Leia, or Laia. At the beginning of the book, Leia's brother gets captured by a mask who takes him to a prison to torture information out of him about the resistance. Thus, Laia goes undercover with the help of the resistance in order to find out information about her brother's whereabouts. Elias is on the other side of that, and he is a part of the more powerful group there, but he wants to desert his empire and run away from it because he doesn't like the brutality of it all. He doesn't want to kill people, torture people. He doesn't feel like he's a part of that. So both of them have that sort of internal struggle within them, and they feel like they have to make a difference in their lives. It's interesting reading the book because it's divided up in their points of view. So one chapter is Elias's point of view, the next chapter is Leia's point of view. You kind of get an idea about what's happening, and you see that both of them are the more positive characters in the book. They're both protagonists. They try to do everything right. They don't want to hurt anybody, and their loyalties get tested in a few different ways. I'll just leave it at that in terms of the synopsis. It is a really interesting book. I really enjoyed it. It was a page turner for me. And the biggest thing was that I was like pretty much on the edge of my seat the entire time I was reading it. I really wanted to know what happened next, and that doesn't really happen for me. I find a lot of the books seem predictable, or they seem boring, they drag on. This one did not feel that way. Right from the start, it was very clear, and there was, a purpose for what they were doing, and there was a plan. And another thing that I really enjoyed about this book was the fact that their world that they lived in wasn't too difficult to comprehend. It was very easy to understand. The author didn't throw a bunch of information at you right away. You kind of get eased into it, and as the book progresses, you learn more about their world, what they're all about, what has been happening. So that's been really helpful. I never felt like I was confused, or I didn't know where the book was going, or who the characters were, what they were supposed to be doing. It was just very clear and easy to understand. Another thing that I really enjoyed was the fact that it wasn't heavily focused on romance, where there are some parts where there's sort of like love triangles on both sides, or with both Elias and Leia. It kind of seems like it was very brief, and I guess they spend more time kind of thinking about it internally rather than actually acting on it and doing stuff. I thought that it was really refreshing to not have a huge focus on relationships. It was more about friendships and loyalty rather than romantic relationships. But there are some bits and pieces of romance in there, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the main focus. I would recommend this book if you like adventure. This book has a lot of unpleasant themes to it, like torture, deaths, but a lot of the characters do end up dying, and I feel like no one is safe from it. I don't feel like it's too much. I feel like it's just the right amount for the kind of book that it is, and the themes of the book. It makes a lot of sense why the author would have that in there. I like the adventure, I like the intensity, you never know what's gonna happen next, and that was really refreshing for me. There is a second book coming out. I have no idea when, but it is, and I'm really looking forward to it. I will definitely have to check it out because I have to know what happens next. It kind of left off on a cliffhanger, something massive happened, and then now they have something to do, and I have to know what happens next. I can't wait to find out more, and I hope there's more books in the series than just like this and the next one. I hope that there's more to the story because I want it to be all tied up nicely and for everything to get sorted out. So let me know if you've read this book, what you thought, if you have any other similar books to this one, because I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.